It's pretty clear that, that a lot of people who enter the teaching profession really struggle with the realities of teaching. It's very challenging. Phoenix Talent has a long tradition of providing mentors for their new staff. And so they've been doing it for years, and it's all based on, best practice for mentoring.
So I think every mentor kind of approaches that differently. And so my philosophy is check in often. I would say I pop my head in and say, how's it going? How did this lesson go? Things that she and I have already communicated about, that she'll come to me and say, how do I take attendance in the morning? And I'll say, oh yeah, let me show you that. Or there's things I'll think of, for example, showing them how to do their evaluation system forms that we just got an email about from administrators. So great, let me walk you through that so that you don't have to try to figure it out by yourself.
I've actually been a mentor, I think this is my 6th year. I was a little intimidated the first year, so I was like, oh, I don't know if am I qualified for this, but I look forward to it each year. I feel like it's something I enjoy. It's a way I can give back, I feel like, to my school and my district by helping somebody else.
When I first started, they told me that I would be assigned a mentor, somebody who would be able to help me with any questions I had regarding the school and the processes, and someone who would be able to put me in touch with anybody who might be able to support me. Well, I was very surprised actually, because I've never had that opportunity before to have somebody actually help me with the process and kind of support me along the way. So I was very happy to hear about it, and very glad and very happy with the results so far.
So as a building mentor, my job is just to usher the teacher into how the building operates and functions. And I think the benefit of it being a teacher as opposed to an administrator or someone else is that I'm thinking like a teacher, just like they need to be thinking like a teacher. So teaching them how to unlock the school on the weekends and not set the alarm off, finding the field trip forms, where the good copy paper is. And so it's going through all of those things, but then there's also this other level of behind the scenes work that teachers do. And so it's what should the layout of the classroom be for the best flow of students? And it's helping them be a processor. You think through what the teachers need to set up before school starts, or hey, this student is still causing a behavior problem. I need to just brainstorm some strategies. So you kind of become this person not only to show them the ropes at the school, but also just another person to get feedback from and bounce ideas off of, so that they know they have a trusted person they can go to anytime they have a question.
I knew Joy actually before she got her job here. We played bunco together. She is a spark of bright light. She is hilarious. She connects well with kids. She's got a good energy, a lot of optimism. And I was really happy when she came over here because she fits in very well with us. So we don't necessarily have formal sit-down meetings. Her biggest need is learning how we work at our school. She doesn't need the help necessarily with how do I be an effective teacher, because she's really good at that already. She needs to know, how do I submit this kind of paperwork, or where do I find this at your campus? We are working on trying to get her comfortable with the school itself.
So having a mentor is invaluable, because generally, it's somebody with experience who can talk to you about classroom management and, different strategies for dealing with different issues. It's someone they can confide in, as well as acclimating to the district. So it's like immediate support.
She just asks me if I have questions, if there's anything that's come up that I need, help with. And just basically just making sure that I know that she's there to answer my questions if I need them.
I kind of think of my job as like their first friend at school. So if you want someone that you can talk about how a lesson just totally bombed, or you can also go to them when something was really successful and share a hooray for the day.
Well, I think that's a huge part of our jobs as a whole, is being able to connect with another colleague and be able to share our experiences, and also know that we're not alone, because we're all feeling and going through these same things. And so, especially with her in a new environment, Her personality type allowed her to connect really easy with her colleagues, but I like to make sure she knows that I have an open door policy. If you need something, if something's weighing on you, you're having a bad day, you just need to kind of unload, like I want to be that person for her that she feels like she can come to and talk to. And so I think that's a huge part of it. It's very easy for me to try to recruit people here. I tell them that our staff is basically like a family, and that is 100% what I believe and feel. We're very close here. And then our student population, I think, is very special. We have a very resilient population who's been through a lot the last couple of years, who just keep coming to school and persevering, and they want to do better and they want to learn and grow. And so it's a really special place, I feel like, to be here and working with those types of students.